Hi, welcome back to AutoReview. My name is Patrick and today I'm presenting you the Infiniti QX70 Elite Sport. This one comes with a 3.7 liter V6 engine producing 329 horsepower, 360 Newton meters of torque. Weighs just short of 2 tons, 1,995 kilograms, and has a 90 liter fuel capacity. And what's the difference between the Elite Sport and the regular QX70S? It's basically all the blacked out trims. You have the black grille with the black chrome. We have the blacked out rims, which look really gorgeous, especially with the white exterior color. Black mirror case, the railing, and a few other parts around the car. So very beautiful car, but let me show you the interior of the boot and then as usual we hit the road. Okay, the QX70 from the interior. Beautiful, beautiful car. I like the steering wheel, I like the shift pedals. 7-speed automatic with the manual Tiptronic, either over the shift knob or through the pedals on the steering wheel. They do not turn while driving, so they are fixed with the steering console. Then handbrake is here, the foot brake. We have heated and cooled seats. We have a touch screen, which I'll show you later, and quite a lot of buttons in the middle, which is a bit intimidating in the beginning when you start driving it, and a few setups of the buttons which are not very user-friendly, I would say. Space-wise, I have sufficient space. I like this little gimmicks here, which I will show you. Then we have space for glasses, we have a sunroof, and very, very comfortable seat. The seats are very, very comfortable, I have to say. 2 cup holders. Compartment box, which has a little tray and a deep box. We can fit some stuff in the doors, and that's pretty much it from the front. Let's go in the back. Okay, so from the back, what do we have? First of all, I have really a lot of space. I'm surprised it doesn't look as big from the front, but if you sit in the back, it has actually a lot of space. Then the middle seat can be pulled down. You have an armrest with 2 cup holders which are open and a little compartment in the middle. We have 5 headrests, which is good, though the one in the middle is kind of small. We have a 12-volt power socket, ashtray, and ventilation. However, we cannot adjust temperature, just open and close. No space in the doors, just a little bit space behind the seats. A little hook and a little reading light. What I like is that you can actually adjust the seat incline. So if you like to lie down a bit, or if you like to be sitting upright, you can do that, so which is really nice. And it is separate for the seats, outer seats, left and right. Okay, so let me show you the boot and then we can drive finally. Okay, so QX70 from the back. As you can see from the side already, the roofline is really going down quite a lot in the back. I like the shape of it. It looks very, very sporty because it has very narrow windows, big wheels, and the car is not too high actually. It's not a typical SUV, I would say. Then beautiful backside, I have to say as well. I like the red lights, very sleek. Small window again, which actually is a bit difficult to park. However, we have the reversing camera and the cameras around the car, so it projects the picture from the top. Infiniti logo on the in the middle, QX70 with a red S on the side, and this black chrome which I told you about. And we open. It's a power gate, so it opens by itself. And first thing you will notice is the loading height is very, very high. So that is something you have to keep in mind. You have this part protected, but not that part of the bumper. Then we have a compartment hidden basically if the boot is closed. We have a full spare wheel on the bottom and a little net that they give you to it. Actually, it's very easy to use as well. And what I like as well, we have the remote opening of the seats from the boot, which is very nice and very handy, and it makes the whole process of opening the seats quicker. We have a light here and the power boot closing and opening button over there. So that's pretty much it. Let's finally drive now. So let's go. Put it in drive and then as you can hear, this is a very typical Infiniti thing. The car sounds really nice. I haven't seen or I haven't heard an Infiniti that doesn't sound really, really nice and sporty. So this is something they really, really know how to do, and I appreciate it a lot. Let's go to the right here. We are somewhere in Dubai. I don't know what this community is called. Jumeirah Islands or something like that behind. all new, brand new villas here. As you can see, we have approximately 3 billion of them here in Dubai, and all are approximately 3 to 5 million dirhams. I have no idea how people can afford it, but that's okay. So we are here because of the car. So what can I tell you about the Infiniti QX70S Elite Sport? Quite a long name, right? So as I mentioned, the Elite Sport is basically the same car as the QX70S, but with blacked out things and a little bit different interior trim. Everything is a bit darker from the inside, as well as the rims and all these things. Let's go straight here. And it looks a little bit more sporty. Okay, in regards to driving, the car drives really nice. And you don't really feel that this is a SUV. It's more of a elevated sports car, I would have to say, because it has really nice cornering. I mean, you have obviously the movement because the car is higher, right? The center of gravity is higher off the ground, but it's still very sporty. It weighs just around 2,000 kilograms, 5 kilos short of it, so 1,995. And despite being elevated and having more room to drive over stuff, it has really a sporty character, and it's not so soft. I mean, usually SUVs are really soft and they lean in the corners and all the thing. I don't know what they have done here in Infiniti with this thing, but it works and it's really nice to drive. You still have body movement, so don't get me wrong, but it's much less than in other SUVs. Let's go left here. So, what do you think about the interior? First of all, we have the shift pedals, as I mentioned, which are nice. They do not turn with the center with the steering wheel. As you can see, they are fixed to the steering console. And if this is good or not, you have to decide. Some people prefer it this way, some people like it when it turns with it. As far as I have learned and I have seen from motorsports and driving on tracks, usually you should have the right gear in place before you get into the corner. So from that point of view, you don't need to have them turning with the steering wheel. Okay, sitting wise, it's very comfortable. I have to say the seats are very comfortable. I really enjoy driving in it, and the driver's seat actually can pump up the side support in the backrest, on the back, and on the seat itself where you're sitting on, which is very nice. So you can make it more comfortable or more sporty according to what you prefer. However, it's not the same system as you have, for example, in the AMGs, where they pump in and out automatically in the corners. So this one you have to adjust once and then you keep it this way. Then a few things that I would criticize, I don't like so much, is the mirror adjustment is on the bottom left here rather than, for example, here where you're used to it. Then we have as well the traction control off is here. However, that is fine. I think that should be that. We just had a QX70, not racing, but having a little fun against the CC3 AMG. We have heated and cooled seats, which is good. However, you can't really see the light being on or off during the day if it's really bright like now. So you really have to cover it with your hand and look at it. Then the entire center console, it's quite a lot of buttons, especially this area here. I got used to it after a little while. However, I still think it's a little bit too much because this one is a touchscreen, and usually what happens, if you play around with the touchscreen, your hand gets tired after some time. So you kind of want to put it on something, and you have all these buttons here, so you can't really do that. And being so close to the screen itself, why do you need to use the buttons if you can do it on the screen? So it's like a little bit double the functions in the same space, which you don't really need. Another thing is with Infiniti as well, which I've seen in the Q50S video, is that these buttons are vice versa. So usually I'm used to having cruise control on the left side and the radio control on the right side. Infiniti does this other way around. Maybe it's a Japanese way of reading the other way around as well. I don't know. The sound system is really nice. It's a Bose sound system and it's very loud, good bass. You don't hear any vibrations from loose parts, because usually when you turn up the volume in some cars, you start hearing noise of, basically parts being loose or anything like that, or loosening up. everything is perfect here. As I said, the seats are very comfortable, you have space here, and you have a lot of space in the back as well, which I was surprised, because the car doesn't appear that long or that spacious when you're sitting in the front. It looks actually small from here. What I like as well is that you can incline the seats individually in the back, so if someone likes to sit a bit more upright, it's very nice that they have this. And the boot space is good as well, however the loading height is too high, I would say. But again, this is the SUV part of it. Then what I really like as well is the look when you drive in the car. I mean, I usually put the seat as much as possible down when I drive, just to feel a bit more towards the center of the gravity center on the road. But it's a personal opinion. But what I really like is, because of the shape of the car, it has like this kind of 3 bumps on the hood, and that makes it really nice. So I'm gonna put in a picture now so you can see how it appears from the driver's perspective. We have a sunroof. What I like as well, we have, as I'm someone who wears glasses, compartment for the glasses, and here this is all the little things that I really like. Is you have a little slot here where you can put the card, for example, for your parking card, or I don't know, some kind of ID that you have to show all the time, that you can put here in. What else can I say? Fuel consumption, approximately 15 liters. I wasn't driving too sporty, I wasn't driving too slow, so something in between. Infiniti says 9.8. Well, we know all this is not really feasible and not realistic, so I had 15, and I assume you would have around 15 as well. If you take it easy, I guess you can get it down to 13 on the highway, but in the city it won't be possible to do it. One thing, however, which I have to criticize compared to the last Infiniti that I tested, is there are no driver assist systems, and that was something that I really loved about the Q50S. It had pretty much everything. The car was driving by itself. Some people don't like that, but I always say it's good for safety, and what is good as well is you can turn it off if you don't like it. However, here we don't have anything. That's a pure driver's car. There's no assistance systems whatsoever in this car. And that's a little bit disappointing, because from Infiniti I was used to having all these things, because they are the ones who are kind of started with all these things, you know. Other than that, thank you very much for Infiniti for providing this car to me. Please subscribe to the channel, ask any questions that you might have, leave comments below, tell me which cars you would like me to review as well, tell me what you think about this review. And one more thing I would like to say, actually. You see me drinking Monster quite a lot, so I thought now, I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but if anyone works at Monster, please contact me, because I'm doing so much advertisement for you guys, especially now. I think you should supply me, or you could supply me with some drinks while I'm doing these reviews, as a part of a joint venture to promote your brand a little bit, just a little bit on the side. So, thank you very much, and see you next time. Cheers!